morning, guys. How are we all doing? I hope you had a good weekend. I know I did. I had a nice weekend. Did some back testing, reviewed my week. Tried to get better. Right? That's the mantle. I mean, that's the mantra rather. Every day, every day, 1% better. Just that's what we're focused on at the moment. Right? All right. So let's get right into it. Um, Euro USD, right? So let's start from the weekly. Guys, first of all, you see, whenever we see a market, guys, I always want the first thing that we're identifying is what phase am I trading? It's so important because it tells us what to look for, it tells us how to look for it, and it tells us, okay, this is how much I'm willing to put on to find out if this goes in my favor or not. You get what I'm saying? So it helps us define everything right from the start. So for example, right? So what do I mean by that? Let's look at this. You can see if we look at Euro USD, right? This phase right here, right? These are impulse phase, right? And then what do we have right here? We have this retracement phase. Let's change the color of this one. Pardon, that's not it. I should actually will fix this. It's just yeah. Okay, so we have impulse, retracement. What do we have next? Another impulse. So in this situation, where would I want to be as a trader? I would want to be trading here because it's bigger, right? I would want to be trading here because look at this impulse, look at this retracement, look at this impulse, look at this retracement, right? So now where are we in Euro USD? We are in retracement. We are doing what we're just retracing now. So if we look to the left, we're retracing after we came into this area of supply, which which has this equal highs, right? This equal highs, and then broke market structures. This is a nice area of supply, took liquidity above here, and then sold, right? So now we came into that. Now we're just making this descending price pattern, right? So we pushed up, pushed up. So now you can see trendline traders are looking at this and they're ready to go short from this supply level right here. So for us, we're just looking for that short, right? For that short, but I would be looking for that short perhaps if we can grab this liquidity above here, right? Grab this liquidity above this supply level, change character, use this quarterly open perhaps as a resistance, and then we start to look for lower positions, right? Or longs will be in play if we swipe the high, just V-shape reversal down, then come into this demand, use it, like take out all of this liquidity, this ascending lows right here, take out this liquidity, and then we start to buy from there. Okay, right? So that's my analysis, right? That's my forecast for the Euro USD, because if we see here we have this breakup structure push up, then we have this retracement to grab this liquidity, and now we're just trickling upward between this demand and between the supply. So I'm just waiting for a grab of either side, perhaps a grab of the low, and then we use it to buy up, or a grab of the high and then we use it to sell. Okay, so on the dollar, right? Dollar, we've been preaching this for a while now. I mean, we're in a channel, right? We're in this bullish ascending channel, right? And now we've grabbed liquidity underneath these lows. We've come into the trend line touch, right? On our third touch, right? 1, 2, 3. What do you want to look for? Want to look for reversal. Now we came into here with this consolidating price action, right? You can see this consolidating price action. Now we're just waiting for, okay, perhaps we could get another push down, because if we look at this fractal wise, right, we have this push. Is our fractal low, our fractal high. So we're still fractally bullish on the dollar. So we're just waiting to see how, if we retrace into this demand, this daily demand here. Now we're inside that daily demand. If we start to see some bullish momentum come into the market, perhaps a swipe of this low here, then rejection, and we start to see those buys coming into the market, then we can use it to target from this low and then to target this area right here towards the end of the week. Let's see if that works out. On GBP USD, right? With GBP USD, you can see this, right? We're in an impulsive phase, and then we came into this corrective price action, right? And then we broke that corrective price action to the downside. Now we're retracing into that imbalance. So it's fine for us to start looking to still be um, in the hunt for sales on GBP USD, right? For lower prices on GBP USD, because okay, now we have here, we grabbed this liquidity above, and this is now our area of supply that broke market structure, right? It broke this structure to the downside. Now we're just retracing into this imbalance right here, right? We're retracing to this daily imbalance. You can always use there's this indicator also. So one thing is, I always add my quarterly open, right? Quarterly opens, monthly opens, yearly opens. These are strong zones of that can act as potential support or resistant areas that we can trade off from. Okay, and then use your 50% body candle to find. You can see, if you use our 50% body candle, you can see right here. So usually I like to trade the ones where, okay, you have those 50% body candle, and then you have that impulsive candle, right? Look at this area, right? This area was nice to trade off from, that 50% body candle, then impulsive candle, right? So here we have 150%, but not that impulsive. So we'll just watch and see. But the thing is, it grabbed liquidity, then it pushed down broke structure. And so once you start to see that change in fractals, right, on the lower time frame, then we can probably say, okay, now we have an entry at hand. So let's just see this area right here. This is the area I grabbed. So you can see, I would, if we refine it on the 4-hour, we'll take it right here, right? So you can see it right here. Okay, so we just wait for price at the stop C. If it comes into here, it gives us that change of character, then we can sell it to the downside. For AUD USD, right? I mean, look at the weekly. So we have this high, we have this swing high, broke structure, retrace, right, and then came down. So it's come our swing high and our swing low. Now we've just trickled upward, 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 right? So it comes our swing high, this comes our swing low. We broke it to the upside. Now we're just trickling upward, upward, ever slowly, ever continual, moving like a tortoise. But the point we're trying to get here is, okay, this is our quarterly open, right? Beautiful. Now if you look at this, right, what do we have? We have this descending price action. 1, 2, market came into this area again, 3. Now we have this supply right here that grabbed this liquidity to the left before coming down. So naturally I'm interested in looking for sell positions from here, but I also recognize, okay, market could just trickle upward, grab this liquidity, use this area as a supply zone and sell from there, because like it's still, you know, that quarterly open attracts price, right? It attracts price. And then so let's see, and we can see how this price action, like market is just moving in this consolidative price action. So let's watch out. Let's see where the breakout is gonna come, and we can just follow it. Okay, with NU, uglier than GU, that's all I gotta say. Uglier than AU, that's all I gotta say. Okay, but you can see we're in this range, right? So we took out the highs of this range, I've been saying this since, and then we're just targeting, okay, now we're coming back to take out the lows, right? So we took out the highs, now we came back, we took out the lows. Now we're just retracing into this, and you see we respected 1, 2, 3, we respected trend line. So now that we've taken out the lows, it's a possibility that, okay, now we know, okay, once we've come here, we have sellers who are ready to sell it from here downward, right? And if we look at this, okay, this is a range play, and if we look at our range, right, our range 2, you can say, okay, where do you want to buy from? Want to buy from the 25%, sell from this 75%. So from here, I would be looking for that break above the trend line and a sell and a buy rather from this range low, taking out this liquidity to this high. Let's see if market gives us that. For gold, the golden child. So gold last week we're in a buy position from here and from here rather, and we close it at 123 here on Friday, right? Which is good. I mean, we held the trade for over a week, and I mean, we don't want to give market back our profit, so because we could have just gapped down on Monday from the 0.75. So you get what I'm saying? So that's the first thing you always have to do. Have a defined risk, have a defined stop loss, have a defined profit. You can always leave runners. You know, if you have that leeway, leave runners, let it do whatever it wants to do, but always take profits from the market. Okay, so what's happened with gold? Gold this morning has pushed up, broken above this resistance that has held this area, this 4,030 area that has held 3 times now, right? So now we're coming up here, perhaps. So if you can see this, right? Gold impulsive phase, now we correct. Now perhaps this is the start of another impulsive phase. So let's keep that in mind, and we'll just look for entries on like lower time frame. So we can start looking for entries from here on gold, right? Start looking for entries from here on gold. If you see a retracement to this area, we can start looking for some further entries. So but don't chase the market, just wait for entries to come to you. Okay guys, don't chase the market. AUD JPY, right? Okay guys, let's look at euro c no not euro CHF, euro, is it GBP? I think it's euro pound, right? Euro pound, not euro CHF. That's quite ugly. Okay, beautiful. Let's look at euro pound, right? So you see guys, the first thing we want to do whenever we whenever we see a chart is swing structure, right? Always mark out your breakup structure, right? So here we have that breakup structure to the upside. Now we have that breakup structure to the low, to the downside, using here was our pullback, boom. So now we broke it to the upside, and now we broke this one again to the upside. So now we're coming into this. If we look to our left, okay, is a nice area of supply, right, that grab liquidity before breaking structure. So it's a possibility to trade off there. We came into that area of supply after breaking structure, then we retrace into what we're retracing. We're looking for that retracement into this discount area, because this is a bullish leg. So we're looking for that retracement to this discount area. That was what we were looking for last week. It didn't come, so let's hopefully we can get it. Take out this liquidity is resting here, quarterly open, attracting price. This is a nice area to trade from because it grabbed liquidity before the push up. So it's just nice. If we get that trade and change of character, then we can enter for buys. So I wanted to share that chart with you guys and what I am looking for on there. Okay guys, have a lovely day. I know this video is quite long, but bear with me. Okay.